Species Sims, and we are back with more Hakuoki Edo Blossoms in Hijikata's route. I don't know why I couldn't think of what my next words were in Hijikata's route. Duh. Anyway, so yeah, we're in chapter 3, I think. I think we just have one more choice. Didn't we just? I just played that part yesterday. But whatever. Anyway, so we're on our way to Nico, and the news is coming. It's going to be something not good. So anyway, we were on our way to Nico when the news came to us. We were only short distance away in a nearby forest. Ah, okay. See, I was expecting Kondo's dead or Okita's dead. You know, we're going to get the Okita thing at the very end, like when we go through all of our friends are dead thing, but whatever. So, Otsunomiya has been captured by the Imperial Army? That's unexpected. I can't remember the voice I gave Puppet Dude. He's not important. I mean, you know. Hijikata and Otri stopped to talk over their next move after the scouts had brought news of Utsunomiya's fall. Captured. More like they were scared enough of the Imperial Army to just bend over and take it. Oh, Hijikata. I love you so much. We show them we're scarier. They'll come running back. They have no integrity. I mean, we are allowed to take castles that have capitulated, right, Mr. Infantry Magistrate, sir? He sounds like angry, maybe because I was just reading that angry, but it also sounds like he's like, I mean, we are allowed to do that, right? But he's got a happy look on his face, so I'm really confused. How are you saying that, like, we are allowed to take these back, right, guys, sir? Are you batting your eyelashes at him? Like, what? Puppet Guy looks mad. Uh-oh, this is when he starts to murder us all in our sleep. Give us horrifying nightmares. Anyway, it's not that I'm against going into battle. We are leading an army, after all. But the main body and the rear guard are still on their way from Oyama. All I'm asking is that you wait until they catch up with us. Oyama, an in-town located in Nikko, Kaido. Currently, it is known as Oyama City in the Tochigi Prefecture. I can read. No, I can't. I haven't had to read all day. Attempting to lay siege to a castle is folly beyond folly. We should... That's how Hijikata sighs. Not quietly, angrily. Which flowery drill manual did you pull that gem from? Your favorite Western artillery book? Drill manual. A guide that provides in-depth instructions on practical infantry procedures. Pamphlet. A printed work, copied on parchment, serving as a form of mass disseminated text. I don't just study Western tactics, you know. Sun Tzu said much of the same thing in The Art of War. The Art of War, an ancient Chinese military treatise written by ancient Chinese military strategist Sun Tzu. The highest form of generalship is balking enemy plans. The next best is preventing enemy junctions. After that, it's attacking enemy armies in the field. And the worst of all is besieging walled cities. And therefore, we should only lay siege as a last resort. Could you not talk the military thing? Because I'm bored now. Like, oh, where's the romance? Where's the debauchery? Where's anything but this? Let's not talk military. I get that we're in the middle of a war, but do we have to be? Anyway, attacking head-on is foolish. If you're determined to be a fool, the best you can do is make sure your army is in the best condition possible, and... Hijikata cut Otri off and gave him a rebuttal. And though we have heard of stupid haste in war, cleverness has never been seen associated with long delays. No country benefits from prolonged warfare. Remember that one? He's saying that it might get messy, but it's better to end your battles quick. Taking your sweet time just comes back to bite you in the ass. And this is where Hijikata, goes in, takes the fucking shit back, and is like, fuck you! And then when, I don't know whose route we're in, Harada or Nagakura's route, but anyway, we show up there, and they're like, Hijikata, damn, he's pissed! Yeah, so now we get some of that background. He's pissed! He's gonna go in there single-handedly and take that shit. And he's a Fury now, but he wasn't then, so... Hijikata, please don't do that. I'm not asking you to wait long, and they should be here in just a few days. Yeah? And what are you gonna do if we're twiddling our thumbs waiting for the Imperial Army to show up? If the Satsuma or Choshu bring out their big guns, then we're screwed. No two ways about it. Well, for the first time, Otri didn't have a rebuttal ready. Hijikata must have sensed that he struck a nerve, and he pushed ahead. You want to miss this opportunity? Fine. I'll just take the advance guard and capture the castle myself. You'd have to be crazy to do that. And that's suicide. It's Hijikata, so... His voice rose in shock, but Hijikata just snorted derisively. He clearly had no intention of taking his opinion. Well, I guess we'll see. I'll take Utsunomiya Castle by tomorrow. His lips pulled back from his teeth in a feral grin, and he looked off toward Utsunomiya. He is going to, though, because he is, like, fucking livid, and he's going to take out all his anger, pain, frustration out, and he's going to do it, and you're like, well, shit. I'm more excited for the fact that he's going to do this, and Otri's going to be like, wait, what? And you're like, don't doubt him. Seriously, the man's crazy. That's why we love him. He wasn't being belligerent. I think reckless was a more accurate term. With Hijikata like this, could we really win? Yeah. Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get her being hesitant and being like, whoa, simmer down, buddy. But we know what's going to happen, so I couldn't wipe the fear in my heart, at least what should happen. April 19th, 1868, Utsunomiya Castle was in turmoil. Our forces numbered around 2,000, while the castle had barely 700 guardsmen. The battle for Shimogawara Gate was especially intense, with 1,000 shogunate troops against only 400 guards. Although the shogunate soldiers easily outnumbered their opponents, the guards were able to use the fortifications to great effect, fighting the invaders to a standstill. Guns cracked and bullets flew across the battlefield as men screamed in pain. Hijikata turned to face the 200 men now under his direct command. We can't keep this up. I guess this is as good a time as any to attack the enemy line. Attack? What are you saying? They have guns! Guns? You haven't seen guns till you've seen the Satsuma Choshus. They can hit a man from almost 200 meters away. Ours can barely manage 80. Besides, taking a bullet or two won't kill you. That's crazy! That is crazy. It won't kill you. No, but it's really going to slow you down a lot, and it might actually kill you, depending on where they hit. The men were stunned. Never would they have imagined that they might be given orders like these. I mean, Hijikata, on the other hand, stared back at them coldly. What the hell did you come here to do? You're here to fight a war. If you're prepared to fight, you should be prepared to die. Am I wrong? So when I give the word, you're going to charge that line. He pointed toward the source of the bullets raining upon the battlefield. Hijikata's men turned pale, and many of them trembled. Eventually, one of them snapped. I can't do this! I don't want to die here! He broke and turned to run. No sooner than when the soldier ran for it, he's dead. Hijikata's sword leapt from its scabbard and sliced across the back of the fleeing man. Ah! He fell to the ground, dead. The men watching swallowed. For a few short moments, they were utterly silent. The commotion broke out shortly afterwards. He's like, I don't want to die here! Well, you're gonna. You had a shot. Hey, he just killed one of his own men! What is this? Is he crazy? Hijikata let his cold eyes slide slowly across their ranks, and slowly the mumbling ceased. Anyone else want to run? If you're too scared to fight, go ahead. Be my guest. Fuck. He's so cold and harsh, and it's scary but sexy. I don't even know how to feel right now. You know what this thing is like? I really should be like, dude, he's insane, and that's whoa, 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 whoa. But meanwhile, I'm over here like, I love you. You're so evil. You're a cold-hearted bastard. I mean, I get what you're doing, but damn, boy, damn, wow. And I'm enjoying it. I don't know why. There's something wrong with me, anyway. But anyone who runs will die by the sword. So either I kill you, or you take your chance out there. Up to you. His eyes were cold and dead. He was serious. Not a man there believed for a moment that he wouldn't kill them without a second thought. That man is a demon! With one final scowl, Hijikata turned back to the battlefield and took off across it. Now's our chance to run! He ran through the hail of bullets and fell upon the men defending the gate like a vengeful god. She's like a vengeful god, like a sexy vengeful god. Angry one. I mean, vengeful. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of implied. Whatever. You know what? Just whatever. Ah! Gah! His beloved sword. the Izumi no Kami Kanesada dripped with fresh blood. Kanesada. Yeah, Kanesada. But doesn't it? It sounds so much more like not Japanese. But he swung it again and again, oblivious and uncaring. I desperately hid in the shadows, making sure the bullets didn't hit me as I waited for Hijikata, peering out around like, this is insane. Hijikata, just a little more, and we might be able to take this gate. Shimada's face was smeared with dirt and blood as he ran up toward the commander. Great, keep it up. I believe in you, Shimada. The guards fired desperately, but as Hijikata had said, their guns were old and inaccurate. Attacking men with guns head-on was frightening, but Hijikata seemed to be utterly unconcerned. When you have to listen to military tactics, it's like, oh, I got him so bored. But then when you get into this, you're like, he's so demonic. It's amazing. He dodged and wove through them, his sword ending lives with each stroke. We shouldn't be excited about this, but considering that the battle was taking place during the middle of the day, he shouldn't even be standing. However, his determination and savagery gave no such indication of distress. Could you just imagine how much more savage he would be if he wasn't fighting against the sun? Amazing! Is he even human? He looks more like a demon straight from hell. The mood among the men watching Hijikata fight began to change. None of them had likely ever seen a man fight so fearlessly in the face of gunfire, or even at all. His eyes glowed out from his blood-drenched face, and his arm never slowed. Come on, men! Looks like they're running out of bullets. How about you grow a pair and get over here? Yeah, grow a pair. Tits up, boys, get out there. Took a moment to roar over his shoulder before turning back to the important task of killing guards. His fearless charge seemed to have had an effect. I think we might be able to do it. I think we might be able to win this fight. Yeah, you're right. Oh, we might be able to do it. Just follow Shinzagumi. No, follow Hijikata. As their morale rose, so did their determination, and the fighting along the gate grew more intense. Yeah, because you want to be alive to see it. See? Then, just after the sun had passed its zenith, it's opening! The castle gate is opening! Did we do it? Did we win? The news spread along the line like wildfire. Took a little longer than I thought, but, well, no, guess this is just about right. That was amazing, Commander. You are truly a true samurai. Watching, you really are a true samurai. You are truly a true samurai. Wow, Spacey, that was dumb. Anyway, you really are a true samurai. Watching you run straight into those bullets, I'm in awe. Kissing my ass won't get you anywhere, Kai. Besides, the castle still hasn't really fallen. Can't let our guard down. Right. Why am I still not hiding behind a tree? Why did I like, woohoo, oh, get shot from something? I paused as we all talked because, huh? The soldiers who'd been so reluctant to fight had now surrounded us, murmuring excitedly to one another. Sir, that was amazing! It was like you were... Yoshitsune Minamoto? Yoshitsune Minamoto, reborn! You're truly the commander of the Shinzagumi! Yoshitsune Minamoto. A general from the late Heian period, he is best known for defeating the Taira clan? Taira clan? Something like that. Oh, and, oh dear God. At the battles of Ichinotani and Yashima, then destroying them at the battle. it's like you're trying to read and then it keeps giving you words that you've never read before and you have to pause and read them. Danora? Yeah. During the Genpei War, something like that. There's a lot of, that was a dick move game. The game is like, hey, did you want to say a bunch of shit you don't, got you. You know, it's like, every once in a while you do okay. You might pronounce it wrong, but just sound legit. Like it sound like, just comes out pretty easy. Like, might not be at all what it is. I'm just making shit up here. But then that is like, go fuck yourself. Not cool game. Anyway. We had y'all wrong, sir. We're so sorry. You should be. You only killed that man so you could lead us to victory. And you did it to ensure none of us would leave. I mean, yeah, pretty much. But, I mean, no. But Sir, it's an honor to fight under you. You're a true samurai. The curiosity and fear we'd seen on their faces when we first met was gone now, replaced with respect and adulation. I mean, and there's probably a couple of them are probably like, dude, if I were gay, I'd fucking be all over that. Yeah, right? Because he's beautiful. They know it. He's so beautiful. He's like an actor. And he's so good with a sword. What's gotten into them? Shimada also seemed to be in shock of the reception and didn't know what to make of it. Now that the battle was over, Hijikata was looking a little ill, and his mood was souring with his health. Are you all right? He'd pushed himself so hard, and during daylight hours, that his body had likely reached its limit. Besides, he was almost bathing in all that blood. The bloodlust might start up at any moment. It seemed that only sheer force of will kept him standing. Of course I'm fine. Can't die till the castle falls. He rubbed a fist across his face, wiping away sweat and blood at the same time, then turned back to the soldiers. Could you imagine? I can't die until the castle falls. Well, that would be a sucky time to die. Right. Yeah, we won! Drops dead. I mean, just right when you should be celebrating, you drop dead? Damn, that would suck. I'm just saying. All right, men, follow me. We're going to attack the castle before dawn. Yes, sir! But it's the middle of the day, so we're going to... Oh, because they were fighting at the gate. Dawn came and Hijikata led the advance guard in the attack on Utsunomiya Castle itself. Oh my god, that was just the gate to the castle? Now we gotta go to the... Shit. Well, wow. Their previous cowardice now forgotten, his troops fell upon the castle's defenders with great vigor. You should have done it in the middle of the fucking night when everyone's sleeping. Let me tell you something. You're in a dead sleep and someone comes busting up in your house with a, prepared for a sword fight. It's just gonna take you a little while to wake You're gonna be dead before you wake up, is all I'm saying. I keep this up. Taking this castle might be easier than I thought. He looked at me with a slight grin just as Shimada appeared. Hijikata, the men we're sent to the banquet hall ran into trouble. Oh, the men we sent to the banquet hall ran into trouble. What? We haven't seen any real resistance so far. I don't know the details. Should I go see? No, I'll go. I'm leaving you in charge here. Sorry, bird. I had to itch my neck and I accidentally popped him in the face. I'm sorry, booger. I didn't mean to hit you in the face. Yes, sir. Hijikata, what should I do? Come with me. Don't want you wandering around. I might get hit by a stray bullet or something. True. Yeah. Okay. Or I might accidentally, fall off the wall of the castle. Plummet to my death on the cliff that doesn't exist somehow. Somehow! The one place where there's like a tiny little cliff edge right here. This 1 inch of spit fall off it. So it was decided that I head to the banquet hall with Hijikata. What should I do? Why are you even here? You're not even good as a meat shield. Even before we stepped into the banquet hall, I knew something was wrong. Inside, our men were dead on the floor, their bodies laid out like the spokes of a wheel. Well, that's not creepy or weird. At the hub of that wheel... What are you doing here? Decided you'd take a vacation? You do know there's a war out there, right? Or maybe you're just hiding out here hoping you won't get hurt. The only 2 men still standing in the banquet hall weren't strangers. They were Kazama and Amagiri, the demons. He looks at them. What are you doing here? Why is he looking at them like, oh, that's adorable. You killed our men and arranged them in a wagon wheel shape. It's a little creepy. Well, why are you here? We are acting under orders from the Satsuma domain. We're here to deliver a secret message. We did not expect to be drawn into battle here, and we certainly did not expect to encounter you. Oh, I get it. The new government says bend over, and you guys say how far. Bend over, how far? Oh, Hijikata, you're on a roll with these today. Well, you're sure dedicated. You've got my respect. Well, I didn't think I'd see you again so soon, Hijikata. Or whatever your name is. I think he's like, Hijikata. Or, whatever your name is, because, I don't remember. Yeah, you do. Look at the way they're looking at each other. Kazama's over there like, Hijikata. I mean, whatever your name is. Hijikata's like, yeah, you say. Why are they giving each other the eyeballs? Look at this. Just look at the looks on their faces. They should be looking at me that way, but they're looking at each other that way, and it's too sexy, and I can't handle this. And Amagiri's looking at me like, are you fucking reading this shit? I'm like, I know, right? What the fuck, dude? Well, you know what? They can have their... You know what, Amagiri? Let's just go commiserate over a beer. And then Amagiri would be like, I don't give a shit. And I'd be like, but I'm all alone. Oh, wait, if you're going to leave, can I be in the... Wait, is this a threesome thing going on here? Amagiri, go away. Eyebrows, not for you. Like, you're a good friend, Eyebrows, but you're like Nagakura. You're an awesome pal, but I don't want to date you. Sorry. We did date Nagakura, and his path was fine, but he's just not my type, and I just can't get into it. Anyway, I could get into this, but again, if Amagiri wasn't there and I was in the middle, so that'd be swell. No, it wouldn't. That would be God. Not in reality. God, no. But in this world, let's just... No. Anyway. No, they're looking at each... I can't get over the look on their faces. Anyway. I didn't think you were so anxious to get your face all cut up again. Oh, don't worry. I'm happy to oblige. Damn you! Kazama ground his teeth and drew the long sword slung at his hip. Tachi, a longsword wielded by samurai between the 10th and 16th centuries. Its curvature and length set it apart in utility to the katana, which it precedes by hundreds of years. It looks exactly the same, but what do I know? It wasn't the sword he'd worn the last time we'd met. This one shone in a strange, disquieting way. It was almost as if it simply generated its own light rather than reflecting what hit it. I found myself unable to look away. Killing you will erase the humiliation I suffered at your hand. You and your minions have been a thorn in my side since Kyoto. Today, I will have my revenge. Sounds like you got this covered. He's all yours. Amagiri sighed and gave a minuscule shrug. He padded to a corner and folded his arms in silence. No. Oh, boys, you can't. Boys, you can't. Boys. Please don't fight each other. No, please stop. But nobody die, okay? Huh. Guess the face wasn't enough, huh? Maybe if I take an arm this time, you'll get the message. Gah! Can't. She's in the face I made when I did it. I was like, this is going to be bad. Sorry. He leapt across the room at Kazama like a bullet from a gun. Kazama blocked Hijikata's strike calmly, and their blades rattled against one another. I can't do the Kazama voice right. I don't know why I fall out of it, and then I can't get it back. And there were times where I was doing it, and I'm like, I'm doing this so well. It's just like coming so easily, and now I'm like, yeah, I forgot it. I forgot it in his route, I think, but kind of had it. But then Kazama pushed back, and Hijikata was thrown across the room. You're not getting away. In the blink of an eye, he leapt after his opponent and whipped out his sword in a quick slash. Ugh. He whipped out his sword. Guys, I'm right. Oh, never mind. You come here for this. You know you do. Hijikata brought up the Kanesada at the last moment, catching Kazama's strike before it could hit him. Every time I have to read Kanesada, I just think of Mexican food for some fucking reason, and it makes me hungry, and I really wish they would stop making me say that, because it's making me hungry. And I'm not hungry, but now I want food. But I'm not fucking hungry. You're slow. Your movements lack finesse. Don't tell me that killing humans tired you out. Last time, I thought you said you were a demon. Hijikata's sword began to shake. Kazama's edged closer. He was right, though. Even with fury-enhanced speed and strength, Hijikata was slower than before, less focused. Ah, I see. The sun's still up, isn't it? And you don't like the sun much, do you? A cruel, arrogant grin spread across his face, filled with altogether too many teeth. Well, don't worry. I won't go easy just because you're weak. After all, a samurai always gives all he can, no matter the situation. That is your code, isn't it? Damn you! Hijikata leapt backwards, but he wasn't fast enough. Kazama's sword licked out. Gah! No! The glowing blade traced a brilliant red line across his chest, blood erupting and splattering to the floor. Hijikata dropped to his knees. My really lame attempt at panting. The front of his shirt began to turn red, and drops of blood fell to the floor beneath him. But he'd be okay. He was a fury. Any moment now the bleeding would stop. Nope, because that's a demon killer sword, right? Huh? But it didn't. Agonizing seconds stretched on, and still blood flowed from Hijikata's chest. What is this? And longer still, but I couldn't. I was running out of breath. Oh, what's the matter? Not healing like you should. This sword is Yatsusuna's Demon Slayer. Yatsusuna's Demon Slayer, yeah. It was used by the legendary Yorimitsu Minamoto to kill the demon known as Shutendoji? Shutendoji? Something like that. God, I can't. Too many words, and I'm like, something, whatever. Oh, God. Yorimitsu Minamoto, a Chinese general who had lived during the Heian period. He is the hero of several folktales, such as the defeat of the demon Shutendojo at Oeyama and the destruction of the Tsuchigumo? Shutendojo, a demon who had lived during the Heian period, whose nefarious exploits instilled fear into all who encountered him. He resided in Mount Oe in Kyoto. He resided in the mountain? Not like on the mountain, just in it. I mean, it's a demon, so. Every time we tell the story of the sword, I'm not even kidding because I did it just then too. And it was like, he slayed the demon, blah, blah. I was like, I keep thinking dragon. I keep picturing a dragon in my fucking head, like, oh, blah, blah. I read that whole thing, and then I read that, and I was like, wait, he lives in a mountain, well, oh, wait, no, he's not a dragon, he's a demon. Why do I keep thinking it's a demon slayer, but I keep thinking dragon slayer. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. It's really bizarre. Anyway. Maybe we should play one of the, like, I'm pretty sure there's a game on Steam, and I think I have it. I think there's a couple, like, going back to, like, the, like, Nameless, where you're romancing your dolls, or, like, Dandelion, where you're romancing your pets, or My Secret Pets, where you're romancing your pets, and there's a lot of debauchery, and it's terrible. I haven't played that one at all. I just know from reviews. There's also one where you're romancing dragons. You should play one of those! Apparently, I mean, that wasn't in the poll video, but, you know, that's an option. Anyway. It's been passed down through the Kazama family for generations, but no one has ever thought to test it on a demon. I mean, it seemed like an excellent chance to see what it could do. And what do you know? I get to use it to put down a fake demon. Kazama smirked, giving the impression that he figured his victory was a foregone conclusion. He looked down at Hijikata, who was on his knees. Must be getting pretty desperate if you're willing to grab your family's magic sword. Really need something like that to take on a fake demon. He gave a taunting laugh, but Kazama's grin didn't even twitch. You humiliated me for the first time in my life. Nothing is too much if it'll send you to hell. You humiliated me for the first time ever! Oh my god, Kazama. Fucking gross. Wow, such a little bitch. I know we love him, but in this path he's being a little bitch. Your abilities can't heal any wounds from this blade. You became a fury to defeat me, but now that sacrifice means nothing. Hijikata prodded experimentally at the wound on his chest, then climbed slowly to his feet. He's like, poke, poke. Doesn't seem too deep. He's like, hold on. Puts his hand in there, like, to the knuckles. Not deep enough. I can do this. Ah! Horrified me even as I was saying it. Just even as I thought it. So, tell me if I got this right. All I have to do is avoid getting cut by that thing? Hell, before I became a fury, all I did was dodge swords. This'll be easy. Does your impudence know no bounds? Fine, I'll put your short-lived defiance to the test. The Demon Slayer's blade flickered with blue-white light and almost seemed to shiver in concert with Kazama's murderous intent. Suddenly the air seemed thick and oppressive. It was an effort just to breathe, and when I looked at Kazama, my skin began to crawl. The Demon Slayer dropped towards Hijikata. He dodged the Demon Slayer, albeit only barely, and brought his own sword up to strike back. But But when the Kanisada arrived, Kazama had simply disappeared. I knew there was going to be a but. It's not going to be this easy. No, I realized he hadn't disappeared. He was simply moving too fast for the eye to see. Hijikata seemed to be able to keep up, but the margin for error was slim and getting slimmer. This is where we jump in and die, maybe, in the bad ending. I'm just guessing, you know, because they've... Or Hijikata dies. I'm not sure. Kazama dodged Hijikata's attack with ease, and his repulse slammed into the other man's shoulder. Hijikata's shirt was torn away to display a fresh, ragged wound. God, you know what? All I have to do is dodge that sword. You're not doing so good at it so far. You've only dodged 1 out of the 2 strikes. Come on, Hijikata. We expect better of you. Good, good. Your mind is working desperately, trying to discover how you might kill me. Good, but I want to see more. I want to see your face when you finally realize that you cannot defeat me, and that you will die. Blood poured from his wounds, but Hijikata brought his sword up in time to catch the demon slayer. But he lost too much blood, and his body was beginning to weaken. Kazama overpowered him, and Hijikata was thrown back. And then, as if things hadn't gotten bad enough... What the hell? The white had disappeared from Hijikata's hair. Reached your limit, I see. Even a false demon is better than this pathetic existence. And you might as well be an insect. No, a worm. Kazama's maniacal laugh echoed through the room as he gloated over the nearly unconscious Hijikata. Now I want to hear you cry. Scream. Beg me for your life, maggot. That would never happen. Hijikata would gladly let you kill him before he begged. Like, come on. It's Hijikata. You and your filth have stood in my way ever since we met in Kyoto. I'll kill you and erase the Shinsengumi. Hijikata's head twitched. Erase the Shinsengumi? He'd lost so much blood. I was amazed he was conscious, let alone lucid. But as I watched, his hands dug into the floor mat like claws. It was almost like he was keeping himself up through sheer force of will. This is where you throw yourself on top of him and like, cling to him and be like, you're gonna have to kill me first! Ha! I don't think you're gonna stab him through me with your demon slayer, but it's not gonna kill me too, right? Fuck off, Kazama. Come on, Spacey, be smart. Use your body to protect him. After we left Kondo and the Shinsengumi fell to me, felt like there was no way I could do all that by myself. I was just about ready to give it all up. But now, when you say you want to just erase everything we did, I'll be goddamn if I let you destroy the Shinsengumi. Blood poured from his shoulder and his chest, but still he struggled to stand. I mean, if it's bleed, I mean, it's gonna be bleeding for a while, but like, I'm amazed. The sight of him was so powerful, it was so tragic, that I couldn't bear to watch. Keep watching. If he didn't stop, he would die. I had to do something. Hijikata, no! You're hurt badly. If you use your fury powers... His eyes flickered at me for a moment, and I could see that his mind was already made up. And then they were gone, and he glared at Kazama. He was like, thanks, baby. I know, I was looking out for you. You really think I care how much of my future I gotta burn to get this bastard? Can't let him kill me here. I've risked my life for the Shinsengumi. Can't let this bastard and his goddamn sword get the best of me now. Oh, it didn't say goddamn. I just assumed. Sorry. Not sorry. It's Hijikata. You expected it to. I am practically dead already. What do you intend to do? This charade is pathetic. Kazama swung his sword again, almost lazily. Hijikata tried to lift up his kanasada in time to block, but his right hand refused to respond. Time to go lefty. That's why you gotta learn how to use both hands. Then, Kazama's sword slammed into his right shoulder. Oh, dear God. He's hacking him to bits. He let out a strangled scream as his arm twitched in pain, his sword tumbling from his grasp. Hijikata's clothes were soaked in blood, and his skin was the color of paper. I don't know how the fuck he's gonna manage to, like, get through this, and now we have 2 more chapters when this is pretty much like the, well, okay, you're gonna heal, but you can't use your fury powers to heal, so you're never gonna be able to probably, like, swing your sword again. So how the fuck are we getting through 2 more chapters? I don't know. Anyway, only rage and pure willpower kept him upright, but even they were beginning to waver. I hoped you might be more entertaining, but I suppose it's time for me to say goodbye now. A shame you don't have enough energy to talk. I miss that dry wit. Hijikata's shoulders shuddered with each labored breath, but still he glared at Kazama. Spacey, this is about the time you throw yourself in the way. What's the matter? Can't hold your sword anymore? Oh, there's that samurai spirit. Even though Hijikata struggled to draw breath, he mustered what little strength he had left in him to reach for his beloved sword. It surprised me that Hijikata could even stand, and he gritted his teeth angrily before facing Kazama. The tip of the blade dipped and waved, and blood poured from his wounds. But still he stood. Please, I begged, just stop. Don't die. Just looking at him was enough to make me want to scream. Kazama lifted that cruel sword, slick with Hijikata's blood, and he smiled. Oh, how I've waited for this moment. At last I can kill you with my own hands and erase the humiliation you gave me. Suddenly, an ear-splitting detonation tore through the building. The wood of the castle creaked and moaned. I could smell something burning. What is this? Suddenly distracted, Kazama flicked his gaze around the room, looking for the source of the interruption. Thank God! Amagiri's like, ha ha ha, I lit fireworks. Fire! Fire! These cowardly sons of bitches set this damn castle on fire when they ran! We're dead if it catches us! Come on, we have to get out of here! The fire spread quickly, and in mere moments, the roar of it was deafening. Flames began to lick at the walls of the banquet hall. It's because everything is made out of wood and paper. Shit, that was fast! Black smoke poured into the room, rough and irritating in my throat. I mean, Jesus, all of a sudden, instantly, the floor's on fire? The flames leapt to the dry wood and paper of the door, then to the flammable mats covering the floor. Yeah, okay, see? Like Jesus. Almost immediately, the room was plunged into nigh unbearable heat, but neither Hijikata nor Kazama lowered their swords. Both men were waiting for a chance to strike. If either made even the smallest wrong move, he'd be cut to ribbons by the other. Tension filled the air until it was as thick as acrid smoke. With a crackling roar and the moan of tortured wood, a section of ceiling collapsed to the floor between them. Damn it! This place is falling apart. If I stay any longer, I'll be in danger as well. He shoved the demon slayer back into its scabbard, angrily glaring across the flaming wreckage at Hijikata. Hiji, whatever your name is, I'll let you go this time. I'll finish this duel another day. And on that day, I'll finish what we started here. You will die. Thank God for fire. Wait, no, that's wrong. That's scary. But in this case, yes, but horrifying. With one last grotesque, inhuman smile, Kazama disappeared. Hijikata, are you all right? I ran to him. His face was twisted in pain, and he collapsed to his knees on the floor. His skin looked like wax. Practically forgotten until now, Amagiri walked toward us from his corner, seemingly unconcerned with the flames around him. The demon clans no longer intend to involve themselves in your governmental squabbles. Why? We owe favors to the Satsuma domain. We feel that we've now repaid those favors. Besides, even you must know that the shogun will soon fall, regardless of what my kin and I do to speed that fall. I saw a glimpse of a bitter smile coming out of Hijikata's lips. Yeah. And yet you intend to remain aboard this sinking ship. Tokugawa never gave your Shinsengumi the recognition it so desired, and betrayed you when you needed the most. Why do you remain loyal? The truth of Amagiri's words drove a knife into Hijikata's heart, and I saw his face fall. He replied with a sad smile. Well, the samurai fights for their lord no matter what, right? What I'm fighting for now isn't Yoshinobu, or Ito Castle, or any of those cowards that call themselves the Shogunate's ministers. What we're fighting for now is the Shogunate in here, in our hearts, and the Shinsengumi that we made to protect that. It's not easy, not by a long shot, but I feel like a real bastard if I let it die before Kondo comes back. Amagiri had closed his eyes while Hijikata spoke. Now he stood silent for a moment. After a long moment, he reopened his eyes. If Kazama chooses to involve himself with either of you again, he will have betrayed the moral code that binds all of our kind. He'll no longer have the support of the clans. He'll be on his own. I imagine this will be of little concern to him, but I ask you to bear in mind when he next assaults you. He's not doing so at the behest of the demon clans. He is, I fear, your problem now. I didn't ask for that. Then Amagiri turned and disappeared. I did not adopt that bastard. I mean, okay, Amagiri, not Okay. So you're usually nice and you don't get involved, but could you at least pick Hijikata up and help me drag him outside? He's like, okay, bye. Wait, we're gonna die in here. He's not gonna be our problem because we're gonna die here. At last, Hijikata collapsed. Although from relief or simple exhaustion, I couldn't tell, but we're gonna die. Hijikata, are you okay? But he had passed out. Well, fuck. No matter how much I shook him or cried his name, he refused to open his eyes. The fire had grown more intense, and I was beginning to sweat in earnest. If we didn't get out soon, we would both burn to death. Well, you're gonna die from smoke inhalation first. I mean, if you're lucky. But how can I move Hijikata? He was far too heavy for me to carry on my own. Drag him. Grab his arm and drag. Commander, Yukimura, where are you? From down the hall came Shimada's voice. Shimada, we're over here. Hijikata is... Moments later, Shimada burst through the door, scattering sparks and burning fragments across the room. Commander, hang on. I'll get you out of here. He just passed out a minute ago. He's lost a lot of blood. If he doesn't get treated soon, he'll... Right. Okay. I'll carry him. You'll have to follow behind me. Try not to inhale too much of the smoke. Without even waiting for my reply, Shimada hefted Hijikata onto his back and set off at a jog. Okay, what? Wait, what? Shimada, fuck! He's already gone and we're like hanging out in the room still. Chapter 5? Chapter 4? Fuck, just like jumped up. Nope. Hijikata had risked his life to take down Utsunomiya Castle. In the end, it didn't matter. The castle Hijikata risked his life to take was retaken by the Imperial Army 4 days later with nearly 20,000 men from the Sasuba, Choshu, Ogaki, and Totori domains. Ogaki domain, longtime allies of the shogunate who had served alongside them at the Battle of Toba-Fushimi before defecting at the last minute and spearheading the Imperial attack forces. Dicks. Totori domain, one of the traitorous domains who defected to the Sasuma Choshu side during the Battle of Fushimi. Following the battle, they marched alongside Imperial troops to capture Ito. So pleasant when I say it that way. After the battle, Otri and the rest of his soldiers set out for Aizu. Hijikata had miraculously survived his ordeal, but he was by no means recovered. He drifted in and out of consciousness for days, hovering at death's door. He was eventually sent away from the front to Nikko so he could recover. Since we'd arrived in Nikko, I busied myself doing my best to take care of him. As a Fury, most normal medication had little to no effect on him. Most of my nursing, therefore, consisted of fervently hoping that his natural strength and tenacity would bring him through. Unfortunately, my prayers seemed to pay off, and in time his wounds began to heal. Although those made by Kazama's demon slayer did not do so easily or quickly. I found myself thinking about the Battle of Utsunomiya. After watching Hijikata in battle, the same soldiers who were too frightened to fight just minutes before ran to cross swords with the enemy. Afterwards, they had told him that it was an honor to fight alongside the Shinsengumi, for they were true samurai. Hijikata, you're the core of the Shinsengumi. Without you, there is no Shinsengumi. The Shinsengumi needs you. So please, you can't die. Please. Several days later, he died. The end. No, that would be, I'm guessing he's going to die there, or this could be bad. He's going to die probably in the Chapter 3 bad ending, but I walked into Hijikata's room to change his bandages and was brought up short by what I saw. Hijikata, what are you doing? Oh. But that can't be the end CG because he's all bandaged up. Like, you're like, I mean, it's adorable. Look at you all bandaged up and why is your neck all bandaged up? What were we doing to you? What did Kazama do to you? Damn. He'd recovered some, enough to move and speak without pain, but he was still confined to his bed. Or at least he was supposed to be. You can't do that! When I said you were healthy enough to get up, I didn't mean you were healthy enough to work. It'll only take a minute. Going back to bed as soon as I finish this. You nearly died! You need to rest. This chapter is long. Died? Me? Ha! That was nothing. Barely a scratch. Oh, fucking heck. Barely a scratch? Do you know how long I've been taking care of you? He continued to write, not even bothering to look up. It's been 84 years! He's like, what? Yeah. Fine. I'd hoped for a little more contrition. However, it seemed like I needed to take what I could get. Oh my god, look at his precious face! Oh my god, look at the look at. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm literally gonna die. I can't handle it. Holy shit. He's so fucking adorable. Well, at least let me put this on you. You're going to catch a chill. As I spoke, I draped his old jacket across his shoulders. Huh. Sure, even if I said I don't want it, you wouldn't listen to me. I'm glad to see you understand how things work. Oh, I'm glad you understand. I'm glad to see you understand how this works. Now, soon as that's done, it's straight back to bed for you. And don't even think about working behind my back. I've got my eye on you. At last, Hijikata turned and looked at me. His face quirked in a small, bitter smile. All right, fine. Sorry for all the trouble. He was more polite than I'd expected. He's like, oh my god. He likes being taken care of by a woman. He's like, oh my god, it's like you're my wife. What the? You've got his heart pitter-pattering. Huh? Had I heard wrong? I stared back at him intently. Guess I should be thanking you and Shimada, huh? Well, I appreciate what you did. Thanks. Hijikata's thanks was rarely unaccompanied by cynicism, sarcasm, or outright derision, but this... what had come over him? He was strangely genuine. Like, she's like, whoa, who the fuck are you? She wanted to be like, I really wanted to be like, who the fuck are you? He's like, how the fuck do you get off fucking saying that fucking shit to me? Fuck. I imagine that's how our conversations would go. She's not as sassy as I am. Something wrong? What? Did I say something funny? Oh, no. It's not that. It was more that I'd never seen Hijikata act so nice. Like, she's like, nice. Well, later that night, crawling into bed with him, please. So the commander's really back on his feet. I also heard he improved, and so I thought I'd stop by and pay him a visit. Good evening, Otori, Shimada. Hijikata's over here. Before I could even finish, Shimada dashed past me to Hijikata's side. I'm so glad you're all right, sir. For a while there, I really didn't know what was going to happen. Shimada's eyes began to tear up, and he blinked rapidly to clear them. That's adorable. Come on, don't give me that. You really think I'd die so easy? You're right. You'll never die, no matter what happens. Oh, Shimada. Not in this route. He rubbed his hand across his face awkwardly, trying to brush away the tears that refused to stop forming. Okay, well, he is going to die 5 times in this route. Anywhere up to 7 times, because I think we get our 5 chapters, we get a tragic ending, and then we get a bad ending, so we get extra endings in his that are bad. Yay! Wait, what? No. So yeah, and in everybody else's route he dies. So I mean, one time he's definitely not going to die, but the rest of him he kind of does. So I don't. Shimada's statement of like, you could never die. Oh, Shimada. He rubbed his hand across. Oh, I already read that. Hijikata, I'm going to be honest with you. You fought like a demon back at Utsunomiya. I'll give you that. Morale is through the roof. The whole army won't stop talking about you, but your actions were dangerous and idiotic. You're a commanding officer, not a soldier. You don't belong on the front line. Otori, he's only just recovered. Don't you think you're being a little harsh? Oh no, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. I won't let this slide. I'm going to do this now because he can't fight me and I can run faster than him because he's injured. Listen to me, Hijikata. Westernizing our troops isn't just about giving them guns and new clothes. We have to change how we think about war. We have to learn new tactics. The commander charging at the front of the army does not show that we're improving our strategy. If the soldiers are the hands and feet, and the commanding officer is the head, without a head, the body is a useless mess. The war will be lost. Hijikata's eyes went wide. Ultri continued, oblivious, but I knew what Hijikata was thinking, that he's going to fucking kill him. Those words were exactly from... Oh. Oh. No! What are you doing, Commander? You are the mind of the Shinsengumi. Where are your arms and legs? Why are you running off to face the enemy alone? If you lose an arm or a leg, you can always replace it. Not really. I mean, like a wooden one, maybe, but like, you act like we're like lizards and we can just grow back. I guess what he's saying, if you lose a bunch of arms or legs, i.e. people, you can get more of them, but you can't if you die. I mean, you could get a new head, but wouldn't be the same, I guess, is what you're saying. poking holes in poor Yamazaki over here. Anyway, but if you lose the head, you lose everything. Can't really do Yamazaki's voice, right? But the day Hijikata had become a fury, Yamazaki had said very nearly the same words to him. Almost feels like Yamazaki's come back to yell at me, huh? His words were to himself, and there was a faraway look in his eyes. Otori frowned in a confused manner. Hey, Hijikata! Oh, what's so funny? Hold on. Sorry. This is serious. And don't you understand how worried I was about you? Hell, how worried the whole army was about you! For a few moments, he simply stared at Otori. Normally, he would have fired back with sarcasm, or perhaps outright insults, but he was in a bad enough mood. But this... Say whatever you want! It won't change my mind! You're right, Otori. Sorry for worrying you. He followed his surprisingly genuine apology with a similarly surprising bow. What? I'm over here like, I'm just going to pat Otori on the shoulder and be like, I know, he's been doing that all. It's scary. I think he had a near-death experience, and I'm worried about him. I think we should have him checked out. Like, CAT scan, MRIs, the whole works. Otori had clearly prepared himself for a variety of reactions from Hijikata, but this had apparently not been one of them. For several moments, he simply stood there, too flabbergasted to speak. He's growing. Because normally he'd be like, no, I can do everything, and I'm going to act all tough. And, and now he's like, no, you know what? I realized that, no, you're right. I don't know everything. It's okay. It's okay, honey. My apologies to you too, Shimada. I hear that you had to carry me all the way here. Oh, no. No, it was nothing. Anything for you, sir. I mean, like, what were we going to do? Drag you? I mean, I was going to drag you, but Shimada coming and carrying you was probably better. Shimada seemed just as confused as Otori by Hijikata's sudden change. I didn't understand it either, but there was no denying that something was starting to change within Hijikata. So when a woman takes care of you, you get a woman's love, man, it just takes the crunchy outer layer out of your marshmallow and just makes you squishy. Chapter 4, June of 1868. Sorry, is my phone going off? The summer bloomed from the buds of spring. The battle between the waning fragments. I was saying fragments, and I was like, that's not right, because for some reason my mind was thinking Fraggles. Like Fraggle Rock. Down at Fraggle Rock. Down at Fraggle Rock. I can never watch that because we never got the channel that it was on. Because it wasn't on like HBO or like fucking the Disney Channel or something. What the hell channel was it on? It was on a special channel, and you had to like, I never could watch it as a kid because we didn't have those special channels. We just had normal cable. Anyway, the battle between the waning fragments of the old shogunate and the imperial army was moved to Aizu. Isn't this what you come for? Just random fucking musings like that? Like, Fraggle Rock. Random. Rumors about the intense fighting seemed to float in and out of our ears, and I grew uneasy thinking about the loss of lives on each side. Although he hadn't healed completely, Hijikata decided to leave Nico as soon as he was well enough to march. The trip was long on foot, but without any problems. Eventually, we arrived at Shirakawa Castle, one of the main rally points for our troops. At last, we had caught up with the main body of the Shinsengumi. Saito? Huh? Yeah? Saito was there to greet us the moment we arrived at the castle. Show me! Ah! Yay! Two of my favorite boys. Commander Hijikata, I'm grateful to see you alive. Glad to see you're all right, too. I hear you've been doing well. Yeah, because Saito's fucking goddamn magical. Sorry. I just looked because my guide was starting, like my tablet was starting to go dark, like screen was going dark, so I tapped it just to make it light up, and I just saw the end achievement, and it's, oh god. Oh, it's good. Oh, guys, it's funny. Anyway, although Saito looked relieved to have been reunited with Hijikata, Saito frowned and rubbed his hand at his forehead. Perhaps he was fatigued from the battles occurring one after the other. Soma, Nomura. Nice to see you're still around. I was getting worried about you two. Oh, he doesn't know. If they're free, that means Kondo's dead. But Hichikata voiced appreciation towards the two, but both Soma and Nomura had glum expressions. He doesn't know. It was Nomura, actually, who began to shake before breaking down into tears. Yeah, because I'm like, wait, why are they here? They were with with Kondo. Commander, please forgive me! He bowed, prostrate, his voice quivering violently. You entrusted me with the chief's safety, but I wasn't strong enough. I couldn't protect him. Although we had heard what Nomura said, we couldn't get ourselves to grasp the meaning of his words. For him to be this distraught over being unable to protect Kondo must mean... Eventually, Saito continued after Nomura seemed inconsolable, and he took up where Nomura left off. We've been told that at the end of April, Chief Kondo was beheaded at the Itabashi execution site. Beheaded? I swallowed. Why are they showing this? No! No, I know this is not one of Hijikata's CGs. This is going to go in the extra CGs, but like, no! No! We didn't need this. Why would you do this? This is sad. What are you going to do? Show us everybody's fucking death, you bastards? Fuck you guys. No, that's not cool. No. The kind-hearted Kondo, he hadn't even been given the chance to retain his honor and take his own life. He'd simply been beheaded like a common criminal. Such an act would have been pure humiliation for Kondo. I can't. That was not... I don't like that. Perhaps Hijikata had expected that. Didn't even let him kill himself. His voice was controlled and unsurprised, but within his eyes, I could see a bottomless, yawning despair. It's my fault that I wasn't able to protect the chief. Please, Commander, I deserve to be beheaded. I as well. I begged you to let me fight for the chief's freedom, but I wasn't successful. I'm a failure. You idiots. Look around you. There's no goddamn way we have a single soldier left to spare around here. If you're so prepared for death, then don't give me your cheap words. Prove yourselves on the battlefield. Oh, and Nomura does, and he dies. And Soma's going to too. Actually, which path was it? I thought there was one, and I thought it was maybe Saito's path, where, like, I don't know what happened to Nomura. I can't remember, but I thought they said, like, Soma went to go try to rescue Chief, and, like, no one knows what happened. Like, he basically went to try to, and he was probably killed there, too. You know what I mean? I thought maybe it wasn't. Maybe he died with Hijikata, because he usually dies at the end with Hijikata. I don't know. Things change a little in each route. It's not always consistent, but, you know, everybody dies is basically always consistent. So the two fell silent. Both of them let Hijikata's words sink deeply into their minds, and eventually, except for Saito's route, that one's the best, because at least Nagakura and Harada live in that fucking one. So we got three of our friends fucking live. Okay. Not like fucking other ones where like everybody dies. Fuck you, game. Yes, sir. You could hear the guilt drip from their voices. Later that night, Heisuke and Sanin came to visit Hijikata. Yay! I'm just so happy all of our friends aren't dead yet. Harada and Nagakura aren't here, but they're not dead, so it's okay. As members of the Fury Corps, they'd been resting when we arrived in the afternoon. Your arrival as the castle in something of an uproar. It woke me somewhat earlier than usual. I heard you got hurt pretty bad, Hijikata. I didn't think we'd see you again so soon. Well, couldn't just sit on my ass once I heard there were battles happening all over the place. He sounded calm and relaxed enough, but I knew he wasn't that way on the inside. I'd felt depressed ever since we learned that Kondo passed away. However, I knew what I felt was nothing compared to what Hijikata must have felt. We should be on our way then. Our work begins at night after all. Oh no, wait, no, but I miss you. Heisuke nodded. They were halfway to the door when Hijikata spoke. Oh, yeah. Heisuke, you think you could tell Saito to come by? Huh? Sure. I'll go do that right now. Hey, Hijikata, you only just got here. You really should rest tonight. He gave Hijikata a quick grin, then turned and left. With Heisuke son and gone, the room fell into a somewhat awkward silence. Hijikata hadn't told me to leave, but it seemed unlikely that he would start talking to me either. Um, I'd opened my mouth to speak in a desperate attempt to break the silence. Then the door slid open and Saito stepped in. I heard you had business with me. Can I help you? Without even waiting for him to sit, Hijikata began to speak. From now on, I'll be commanding from the front line. What? I gulped. That came out of nowhere. If we were to be fighting on the front line, the violence would be intense. Hijikata still hadn't fully healed. Was he healthy enough to put himself in that kind of danger? Do you intend to die in battle? No, I won't go out that easy. You've been out there. Only right for the chief to take that burden off of you, right? The chief heading to the front line would raise morale. That was certain, but Hijikata was the core of the Shinsengumi. If he died, then the Shinsengumi would collapse. It would just slowly pass it down. And the person would be like, now you're the chief. Oh, I don't want to be. Saito would be next, because Okita's dead. You raise an excellent point, sir. If you mean to take my place, however... The air suddenly felt thick as Saito's hand fell to his sword. Oh, look at how beautiful he is when he's getting ready to fight. Oh, God. Hijikata, do it. I must first ask that you defeat me. If you cannot best me, then only death awaits you on the front lines. Saito! Huh. Getting a little full of yourself without me, eh? Oh! Guys, this is going to be beautiful. His mouth twisted into a grin as his sword slid from its scabbard. I don't know if you can, because Saito's pretty motherfucking good. Although Hijikata's a fury, so, I don't know. Hijikata! Not you two! Please stop this! You're friends! You shouldn't be fighting each other! Hijikata turned his eyes to me, and they were as cold as ice. You, shut up and stay out of this. Hijikata! He wasn't going to listen to me. That much was clear. I'd be like, fuck you two! Boys. This is how boys settle things. You're like, she's like, oh my god, why are you friends? No, they're not. This is how they friend fight. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? It's like a boy thing, and you're like, this is really where you should just be like, boys, and just fucking walk off and be like, God. Be like, what are they doing? Being assholes, having a sword fight. What? Cool! Because they're fucking dudes. Come on. All I could do was be silent and watch. Seconds lingered as they remained unmoving. And then they both exploded into motion at the same time. Swords collided. They struggled for a moment, swords grinding until... What? Hijikata was thrown back to a sprawl across the floor. He's not fully healed either. Even only partially healed, he still had far greater strength than a human, and he wasn't the sort of person who would have gone easy on Saito. When did he become a fury? I mean, I know in his route he did, but I don't remember him doing it in Hijikata's route. I don't think Saito's supposed to be a fury, is he? When did that happen? Okay, hold on. This war is not so easy that you might rush to the front line without your full strength. Saito. The red eyes. The white hair. There was no doubt that Saito was a fury. Did you drink the water of life? Don't worry yourself with me. I made my own decision. I didn't know what to say. The simple fact that Saito had become a fury said more about the battles he'd been fighting than words ever could. I understand why it is that you wish to fight, and that's why I cannot allow you to. There was a calm finality to Saito's words as he slid his sword back into its scabbard. I mean, okay. I mean, I knew he was one in his own path, but it's like, oh, shocker! Seriously. Perhaps you would be able to forget your pain in the midst of battle, but I cannot afford to let you do that. You cannot be permitted to turn a blind eye to our problems. Hijikata slowly put his own sword away, then stood silently, looking into Saito's eyes. Because I'm the chief now? And because you're the one who can unify the Shinsengumi. After hearing Saito's unwavering response, Hijikata sighed. Leave the front line to us. You, Hijikata, should remain here and plan out our strategies. Fine. Front line's yours till my wounds heal. Thank you. Saito's like, I'll go die. Wait. You know, That's why I'm glad I'm a girl. Like, I'm useless. I can't fight for shit. I'm just gonna stay here. Be protected. One point where Spacey being useless is a good thing. He was honest when he thanked him. Then he turned to face me. Yes? I leave Hijikata in your care. Don't let him out of your sight until he's healthy again. Right. I nodded and gave Saito what I hoped was a reassuring smile. Look how sweet he is! Oh! Oh my god, I just want all of my boys so I can snuggle them. He inclined his head to me, turned to Hijikata to bow, and then left. I quietly let out a sigh of relief. As soon as he was gone, Hijikata's face darkened and his brows drew together. God damn it. So Saito's gone to the point where he doesn't trust me and thinks I need you as a babysitter. He's just worried about you, that's all. Plus, you do need me as a babysitter, so he's got a point. I didn't really know how effective of a babysitter I could be, but Saito has put his trust in me. I had to at least give it my best shot. I know you're anxious to get back into battle, but you need to rest, all right? He gave a bitter laugh, then suddenly stopped. Gah! He clapped a hand to his stomach in pain. Hijikata! Fuck, I really thought this was going to be, like, the end of this part, and now we got to do this whole bloodlust thing, so, like, whatever. He started to shake, and his hair and eyes changed color. The bloodlust had taken hold of him, and he began to moan in pain. But if this continued, anyone could see him at any time. Hijikata, come into this room. I'm just going to go through the whole bloodlust thing till we're done, because there's no point in stopping here, even though that was kind of a segue, because it's really not. But I managed to carry Hijikata, writhing in pain, to the room next door, but what was I to do now? Gee, give him blood, maybe? Hijikata, I moved towards him, and I saw in his eyes that he already understood. I tugged at my collar, loosening it like I'd done before. He bent towards me, and I felt a sharp pain on my neck. I stayed as still as I could. His hot breath panted across my neck, but as he drank it slowly, he began to calm. I felt relief wash over me. If I could take away even a little of his pain like this, then this was the right way to do it. Eventually, he pulled back. There was pain on his face, but not from the bloodlust. This can't go on forever. Huh? His mouth twitched up into a sour half-smile. You, me, this war, everything. Hijikata... His eyes were distant, and he didn't even seem to hear me. I couldn't find the words to describe it, but something felt strange. Wrong. Don't be pushing me away now. We had a touching moment before. I meant, when you were nice to me when I was healing you, not just now, but also, just now. That was a sexy moment. September 1868, but we're going to read that afterward. Hopefully it pops up again. But anyway, we are going to... Nope. But anyway, we're going to start in September of 1868 in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Don't read that. Stop it. Stop reading. You already read it, didn't you, you bastards? Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.